the airport shuttle.
미국에서는 입던에 썬틴이랑 진저 에일을 먹는 게 국룰이라 그러더라고. 맛있다. 그냥 원래 이것만 퍼먹는 거야? 빵 뭐 밥 없어?
소세지가 진짜 맛있다. 내가 좋아하는 소세지였다.
아니 오레오랑 시나몬 토스트는
Aisle to allow others to pass to take the assigned seats.
Going on board. So before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Large electronic devices must be placed in the back. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be
The aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
Domestic baggage claim and ground transportation.
If you're traveling with little ones, or in case of an emergency, these speakers stay out fastened and remain in the car.
이게 보니까 테슬라보다 더 빨리 잘 운전하는 것 같아. 테슬라는 방어 운전을 하는데 얘는 빠르게 가네. 카메라가 위에 달려서 더 멀리 보나 봐. 고구마네.
맞아,
양과
고구마류, 고구마류. 술을 안 쓰는 문화 아닌가? 엄청 살 많다. 살이 엄청 많아.
어.
Five ounces of carbonated water to one of those wacky looking pants. Now, guys, this is the original, and it is here with you today.
Will be at the bottom, and you guys are gonna exit your good time.
초록색이야. 보여줘. 본 적 없는.
आपका तंदूरी चिकन
And we won't leave until we make sure you get in.
Yeah, we'll make sure it works.
크리미한데. 오, 맛있다.
The pure white color, but if you didn't know, as calves or babies, they're very dark gray. So
So you want to go for your mystery side first. Center palate is clear. And spoon for you. I was thinking like Nutella, but maybe not as chocolate forward as Nutella.
Any others for starters?
Just that.
Anything else?
한약 맛나.
그렇게 얘기하니까 그럼.